Underneath the moonlit sky, feel the vibe. Island breezes whisper low, like a life stride. Nana dance to the night, spurt so free. With every sway and step, she's a melody. Roots in the soil, love's the only guide. Oh, yeah, river of amor, flowing through our veins section. True self reflected in love's strong shapes. Together we rise, wash away the stains. Our souls intertwine, dancing in refrains. Come on! How I like to live the world. Colors of the sunset paint the ocean deep. With our spirit we're awake, never sleep. We ride river of amor, flowing through our veins. Yeah, true self reflected in love's strong shades. Together we rise, wash away the stains. Our souls intertwine, dancing in refrains. Sunflower seeds of Vinny shine forever bright. In the rhythm of love, we ignite. Yeah.
And remember, recover, return. Vril, brothers and sisters, Heil to you. I give thanks for each and every one of you. And may we share heart energy with each other. May we be one in this Kali Yuga with one purpose: to fulfill the mission, which is to complete the avatar self according to the true self's plan, which is in conjunction with the gods of this world, ordaining, predestined every millionth of a millisecond. And it should give us some comfort. Somebody is in control of the video game. You cannot take it more or less serious than a video game, because that's the proper analogy, that's the context. It may be a fucking serious video game, but essentially it's the same game theory. You automatically lose, which they're trying to bring that into this and watch you become their robots. Who, Joe? Who are you talking? Are you talking conspiracy? There is, and we talked about spells and words. At some point, you have to claim your sovereignty, right, with your words. Like, It's not going to do any good to tell a United States judge you're sovereign. That doesn't do anything. They're going to laugh in your face. But the principle is taking from the astral world and the inner earth and our Venusian world back home, where that is everything. Big Om to you, brothers and sisters. Big Om. And you have to understand the words spoken against you and the intent of the black magicians who have trapped you in your own feelings. It's like a scan to find where you're weak. And the black magician is smart enough to know that you're God over yourself and you can bring the oppression they want to bring on you. And some helpful hints from Lord Lucifer Shiva, Odin, Baldur, Loki. And someone might say, how does that make sense? You're in a video game. Stop. It's stop letting them determine your context. Stop letting them define. If it's one thing, it's everything. Stop letting them define the words you live by. Stop letting them define the very words you go to for the strength that's been failing because it's not strong, because it's a paper tiger. It's fake. Fading, temporary, fading to gray. And you must find your way through Mother's ritual to start not speaking, but like a child, breathing the true words that your true self defines for you. I seen a like meme, I guess you would say, of a old anarchist leader, and it said, "No gods, no masters." And like half of me agreed, and half of me didn't. And I thought, forgive me for being, this complicated, but actually, in my experience, the truth is no bad teachers, no bad masters, but you need good teachers and even a good master. Why? Because you're in a video game. And game theory rules like God, like the fictional God they convinced you of, because they knew it would register in your unconscious and they could turn the polarity. Everything you see is polarity magic. It's two extremes to bring you into the middle, right? It's all fake. It's not real. Biden and Trump are completely on the same team. Maybe even Putin is in on. Who knows? All we know is because of these men, it's always people like us who die. It's never people like them. It's never the rich. The rich. Not to mention a certain religion that worships money. That worldwide meme is they love money. You know what I mean? Like Maria said, tell the truth. It's 1 in a million, billion, trillion. And that's the way they want it, because that shuts down the illusion, the grand illusion they've sold you through the words like manifesting, faith, healing. And I'm not saying any of these words are bad. I'm saying who taught you them, and the unconscious meaning that held a vibration that came with the very most important words that people live by. A lot of these words have shut down the singing, and we need the voices of our singers. And these words have restricted a lot of people's vocal cords and lungs and everything, including me. And as sure as 5 is magic, Lucifer is going to release you. If you follow the yellow brick road with complete focus, and you keep accepting what's true and seeing what was once unseen, but he, even if you didn't know him, gave you a glimpse. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say you mistaked. Well, it's like double, triple complicated, right? You mistaked Jesus for Yahweh, but you mistaked Yahweh for God, and you mistaked God for something that is indescribable and beyond everything, and no one should say anymore. Okay, can you follow me? And see, that's the polarity that the truth is. You are that Trinity. You are the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, or the Mother, Daughter, Holy Spirit. You are, And for them to flip it on you is a boast for a mind unknown to people like us, unknown to Maria Orsic. And that's the mind of our leaders, who are puppets on strings for incredibly, as Maria would say, ugly, disgusting people. And to be excited, to be energized, and to play a game that the puppet is the godfather, the puppet is this powerful man. It's a puppet. It's a puppet. And the man behind the puppet would scare the shit out of you. No matter how big you are, no matter how tough you are. You know, big and tough can't do anything against like electricity or radiation or microwave technology. Like, the power of the world is a complete paper tiger hoax. There's no real love, respect, or anything. It's the same old story. The song remains the same. It's just smoke and mirrors. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, George Bush, Obama, just smoke and mirrors to get you to admit to the shallowness. And I'm not talking to our brothers and sisters. You know who I'm talking about. And I won't take it anymore because it gets boring. I am sorry I spent any time, you know. But I will say, the path out of here is the hot, cold path. And because you know this, they're smart enough to know they must separate the avatar from the true self, the mind from the spirit, and get you to play a game with them, get you to make a deal with them. All on an unconscious level. Like this. I had a friend while I was a Rastafarian who was pregnant, and a very evil Rasta and her husband. We always thought it was an accident until they gave her this tea and she miscarried the baby. And I'll admit, 10 years, no, 15 years had passed. And although I did think about him, because his wonderful, honorable mother would never forget him and would bring him up. But believe me, this night in 2012 or 2013, when I did my ritual, cleared my space, and made sure my own body was completely cleared with only me and my gods. I drank my mushrooms and I flew through sacred geometry, and somehow it all goes back to Egypt, you gypsies, you gypsies. And I seen Maria, and she said, I have someone waiting to talk to you. And she smiled through her hair. And she said, ready? And as soon as she said that, I was standing before, well, actually I was standing, and two, in my mind, registered, and I'm not saying they were, but they were monks, but my mind registered Tibetan monks. And they, seriously, were walking on their knees and walking with a newborn baby-sized baby that was fully dressed in like a full monk's uniform, hat and all, and he's literally like fucking, 20 inches long or something. He's tiny, but he's walking up, totally walking upright, with these two monks holding his hand, like walking to me, and I'm just, the closer they got, the joy was filling the atmosphere of this obviously special person. And I'm just out of the blue experiencing this. I didn't ask. But there was a need, I suppose. As Maria said, I have someone here that wants to talk to you. So I guess maybe that's one reason I felt good is, wow, this little dude wanted me. And finally he got up to me, and his little mind, I guess big mind and his little brain met mine, and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "No." He said, "I'm Isaiah. I was murdered." And with his mind, he showed me everything that happened. That his father, physical, biological father, was like a deal maker. These are archetypal people. And this evil Rastafarian was evil. And I watched them on the astral plane in the truth chamber, because you can't lie. I watched them make a deal to murder the baby. And I felt the ice cold ice. And I felt a little bit of, actual rage, because I love this sister so very much, because she's a wonderful, beautiful heart of a person. She's, one of the best energetic beings ever. So much so, it was the gods that ordained in their plan for me to know her. And he told me to tell her all this, so that he even said to me, "She knows this, but tell her so she knows for sure." It was like he was so smart. He was saying, "I understand 2 witnesses are twice as powerful as one, so please be that other witness." And he said, "Me and you are friends back home. I know you, Joe." And I was very touched, and I knew that what he was saying was true. He said, "Can I ask you, Joe, for something?" And he said, "You know me. I would never ask for anything unless this was the only way, and that I know that you will appreciate why I'm asking you." I said, "Sure, absolutely." And while he was saying that, he was imparting to me, like, I'm just going to, just like your mother, I want to ask you to do something for me, but it's really a way of me doing something for you and my mother. This is the way to release it, manifest it. I said, wow, this is wild. This is like another conversation that was going on while he was talking to me. He was telling me like the why. He said, what I want you to do, I want you to avenge my death. I want you to understand what I showed you. Understand what he has did and spoke against my mother, and I want you to get yours and my revenge on him. He said, I will be that much happier. And I was like, so thankful. I was just like, thank you, Isaiah, thank you. Thank you. I was like, it would be my pleasure. Absolutely, thank you. Now I know what to do. And when I really met Lou, he was speaking about the Bible. And I couldn't help my mind. My mind went to, who are you? Because he had not introduced himself. It just started. Like Maria said, it's starting, Joe. Because it is as it is. As it was, so it will be. And he said, I couldn't hear him anymore. And I was like, damn, I want to hear what he's saying, but I got to get this out. Who are you? And his mind met mine, and I seen a beautiful robin bird wearing like the Robin Hood cap with the feather. He said, I'm Robin Hood. And I went, whoa. And then I was back with him. And what he means is, I am the deadly archer to take out your enemies. I have the magic bow of Vishnu. I am Rama, Robin Hood, with the magic arrows. Pull it back and release on those who have harmed, manipulated with no remorse. It's one thing not to be perfect. It's a whole other polarity to use I'm not perfect as an excuse to manipulate others. And it always comes back to money, 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 and more money. Because that's their way of confessing to you, I am a meathead animal who's running around surviving. I need more food, more things, more food, more wealth, more money, because I'm scared that I'm going to run out. or our kids might run out, or their kids might run out. We got to have everybody else's money. Sorry, America's dead, and it is becoming a haunt of demons. But I don't like Bible words. So let's say what it is. Okay? Yeah. They threw down the invisible magic Kabbalistic wall. They took it down in 2012, just like, the Matrix prophecy said, because they're the ones who did it. Right? Is it real or not? And that was the first teaching, because imagine how different those contexts are. If you're in a game and the game is you must fulfill every emotion and thought, ritual, experience of all kinds that your true self planned when it paid for you to enter the greatest technology ever invented ever. And it is like a scary ride, because you cannot get off until you die. No. Until you fulfill everything your true self sent you here for. And that's why you feel the disconnection. You feel like this can't be real. There's no way that this is as deep as life gets. Right? Working 10 hours at something stupid, sitting in a cubicle, sitting behind a screen, and you barely get to eat and maybe entertain yourself for a moment, and then you're back doing it again. And everyone around you, like, I'll work harder than you, and I'll keep it all for myself and let you fucking starve, you loser. This is over. I tried. No one is even close to the real answers that could turn America back into the rights of the individual against the world. America once was truth against the world, because America once represented the individual is as important as the highest God, as far as my conscience and yours should be. You should feel the same about any innocent person. You should feel the vibration of the principle being smashed and spit in your face. We don't care. And the great sister Cynthia McKinney in 2001, a congresswoman, after 9/11, did her research. She said these defense contracting companies getting these war contracts for Afghanistan and Iraq, they're trafficking little children. They're trafficking men and women. And you know it. And 9/11 was an inside job. The intelligence services ran it. Yeah, maybe there was a few dumb patsies you threw in the fire, but you did it, not true Muslims. The United States intelligence with multi-agencies around the world, all aligned to you-know-who, did it and blamed them. It appears because they want the land, but that's just the reason for the porch masons, the ones on the outside, the outer court. They need a concrete reason. They're like, yeah, it's all about money, land, and real estate. No, that's a cover for very sophisticated, creative black magicians who just want to wow you and the others with them, even though they've done it a million times. They're interested when they, quote, push the button and start just, vaporizing us. They really love the reaction of the masses of, they love this. God is coming. This is the end of the world. And like one high-level process church, Timothy, said to me, you laugh too. But I don't laugh at the principles. I laugh for a different reason. I laugh out of delirium. I laugh out of a lack of reference, of emotion. I laugh like a, what are you people? What are you? Why? And Maria says, stop and believe me. As your master, believe me. We don't know and we'll never know because how do you know things, Joe? I said through experience. And she said, I know and you're standing before me right now because you're not able to do what they do. You've never thought what they've thought. And going to the Matrix is, was, and will always be as close to evil as I'll ever let you be.
Underneath the moonlit sky, feel the vibe. Island breezes whisper low like a life drive. Nana dance to the night, heart so free. With every swaying step, she's a melody. Roots in the soil, love's the only guide. Na 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 na, guide us home. River of amor, flowing through our veins. True self reflected in love's strong chains. Together we rise, wash away the stains. Our souls intertwine, dancing in refrain. In sunshine, we never lost, just found echoes of laughter. We grew to that sound. Colors of the sunset paint the ocean deep. With Nana's spirit we're awake, never sleep. In your name we rise, no need to hide. The river speaks, it knows our name. Through every wave we're called to reclaim. River of amor flowing through our veins. True self-reflected in love's strong chains. Together we rise, wash away the stains. Our souls intertwine, dancing in refrain. Sunflower, then you shine, forever bright. In the rhythm of love we ignite.